Hey guys, sorry it's in black and white. I'm all sweaty, so I didn't want y'all to see the real sweatiness and the hair sticking up. So I just did the film in black and white so that we can talk and I won't feel too insecure. I just came off work late and I'm out shopping and now I'm in line waiting for my son's vitamin D. He has to take extra vitamin D. So I'm at Walgreens right now. The line is ridiculous, so I just thought I'd make a video while I'll wait to make the time go by faster. So guess what, you guys? Let's talk about the executive order, the 1406 bill that has been passed in regards to the money going electronically. And also let's talk about the safety. It's called SAFE and in the letter T Act in regards to the Illinois aka purge act that they've been talking about, you guys. Now that we have more information that's arising, we can break it down and get a better understanding to see if these are good or bad things. So starting with the Illinois act, we want to talk about this even if you're not in Illinois, because a lot of things are implemented in different cities, different states, to see if it will become a national thing or a state bill. Okay, so, what the Safety Act is in regarding people with low level arrests to not be put in jail and held on bail, right? When someone make a low level criminal act, even if it was an allegation, the court systems, the jail system has a right to say, okay, well, you're going to be put in jail, and in order to be released, you must set bail. But unfortunately, in a lot of areas, some people can't afford bail, whether they did it or not. For an example, let's look at the Sandra Bland situation. Within the Sandra Bland situation, Google her. She was arrested for a traffic ticket. And in order for her to get out to wait for the pre-trial, she had to come up with bail. And because she didn't have the bail, she had to sit in jail. Well, while she was sitting in jail, she was killed. The same thing happened to a young man on Rockers Island. He was at school and they stated that he stole someone's backpack. So they arranged him to go to the pre-trial. But while he was waiting for the pre-trial, he either had to come up with the bail money or sit in jail. Okay, and this young man sit in jail for almost, I think, 3 years. They can do that until they get a case for you. Your case come up, and it's only a pre-trial. You're not automatically sentenced, and you're not even sentenced yet, and you can be completely innocent. You will have to sit in jail until your pre-trial. So what this new Safety Act is going to do is, if you're a low-level criminal accused of being a criminal, let's get that out, because they don't have no evidence. If someone just made some allegations against you and said, hey, John Joe has stole, let's use the same example, this backpack. And John Joe said, I didn't steal the backpack. Well, until we obtain evidence, you have to sit in jail. They are throwing that out the case. If you low level, you've never been in trouble before, they don't have enough proof to hold you in jail, you are allowed to go home and wait for your pre-trial. So that's what that is going to be. So a lot of people are sitting here like, oh my God, it's the purge. They're going to allow people to do anything. No, if you had committed a felony, you're going to jail. And they might I don't know if they're going to withhold you even having the opportunity to be able to set bail. So that's the difference. That's why it is kind of a good thing or a bad thing, because like in your situation as being a target, someone right now can come up to you and say, hey, they did such and such and accuse you of something, and you will have to go to bail or go to jail or pay that $500, 2 point something million dollars to get out, even though you're innocent. And the cops don't have to have no proof that you have did this. It can be, oh, we just gonna wait until proven innocent, right? So it is a good thing. So look into that. I know a lot of people was making assumptions or allegations that it was the purge. That's falsified information, not true. It is a good thing, it is a bad thing. The only thing that is a bad thing, because say you got assaulted by someone and they get out and they come and hurt you because you called the police on them. That's the only thing, because low-level criminals too are going to be able to walk around until they pre-jail, and they could be a flight risk as well. But if you was never a flight risk before, they're saying you are allowed to go home and wait till your pre-trial comes up. So if you have got hidden by somebody, y'all got in an altercation, and you decided to call the police, that person can be free within 24 hours if the police don't feel illegal terms to hold them in jail. So that's the only bad side about it, okay? So look into that. That's enough about that. I just want to bring that update to you. There's always some pros and cons. Pros, if poor people that are being accused of everything, you now get to wait at home and, help get your lawyer together in person and all this type of stuff to get your own self off, because you don't have the money. The bad thing about it, like I said, some people are criminals, but they'll be set free if it's considered a low-level crime. Think about that. Low-level crime can be whatever they consider a low-level crime, but to you that can be a major crime. Okay, so now let's switch. Okay, so let's get into the Executive Order 14067. The reason why I keep bringing this one up, this is highly important that you guys look into it to get your T's crossed and your I's dot real fast, because here's an example that just happened to me. If you don't know what the Executive Order 14067 is, Google it. But here's a brief description. It's where Biden has passed a law that will go paperless, no more money transactions via hand to hand. Now will be all electronic transactions where they can watch every move you make and control it. So this is in real life, you guys. I have a PayPal account. If you guys don't know what PayPal account is, it's an electric transaction account like Venmo, like Cash App, like Zelle. And I sell items when I go to these vendor fairs. I sell items like, my son makes handmade jewelry, stuff like that. Different trinkets, okay? So when I go there, to make things easier and safer, I do use a lot of electronic transactions. So what happened was, during this process, I made a transaction through PayPal, and it was only for $9.72. PayPal says, oh, we can't release the funds. And this money goes to my son because he makes the stuff and take the time to do this during the pandemic. And I go, oh, I usually cash it out and give it to him so he can go buy his little snacks. You know what kids do, because he works hard for it. He sits there and set up and talk to the consumers and all that because he wants to be an entrepreneur, and this is his idea, and I'm just an adult overseer, whatever. I can't. They talking about you can't release the funds. We're gonna have a 21-day hold because your account is new. And they said in the future we will do this again if we have to, if we feel that you don't have enough funds, if you're using this account as a business account. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Get your ducks in a row, you guys. Figure out what you're going to do, because I did put on here that it was a business account because I wanted him to really know the real deal of having a business license, having insurance, and the right way to do things. But just by putting that title on stuff, the government is probably holding it until they further research to see if it's business and how much revenue is coming in and out. And they're trying to track everything. So it's on hold for 21 days. And they said they can continue to keep doing this every time we make a transaction. So it's like a hit or miss. Like if I use PayPal again, will they hold the money again? It's only $9, you guys. I have made transactions through PayPal before, previously, with just regular transactions with me sending money. They never did this before. So that's why you got to be careful. Can you imagine them doing that to your paycheck? Because they feel they just want to investigate you. And while you being a target, they will do things like that because they do it when you're at the gas station. I try to make a transaction at the gas station and they put it on hold. So get ready for that, you guys. All right, you guys. So just look into those orders and see what you can do to stop them. Is it when, they pass a lot of laws that we have to sign, and if you don't go out there and vote and sign against it, maybe something can happen or maybe something not can't. I don't know. Thank you. Talk to you guys soon.